I love it. It says, turn up the heat on recovery. We're about to do that, baby. I haven't always been a fan of sauna blankets. At least I didn't think I was. And some of the reasons for that is because, when you have the options of having a full-size sauna, chances are I'm going to use that over this portable thing that I'm going to have to lug around here and there, and may not be as effective or as efficient. And I've quickly realized that I was wrong. With the HeatPod by HYDRAGUN, I do realize it's pretty simple setup, very efficient, very effective, and the maintenance is much easier than I originally anticipated. And so that was one of the reasons why I didn't like sauna blankets in the past, because who wants to sit there and wipe it down every single time, let it air dry, hang it up? Is it too big for the bed? Is it too big for the airplane and checking on board? There's a lot of things I was thinking about, but I don't have to worry about that any longer. Couple things. One, super simple, easy setup. This package arrived, I take it out of the box. Within minutes, I'm ready to go. The other thing is that the option that I chose comes with a towel insert. It also has a pillow, and it has a leg rest. I use all of those to make this whole process much more comfortable, but also more effective and efficient. So once I get inside the towel insert, you can choose to do it naked or with clothes on. This is typically how I get inside, whether I use a towel insert or not. Like I said, within minutes, you're cooking. And we're not actually cooking, but you're warming up. To kind of give people an idea as to why I like this style of the sauna blanket is because I treat it more like a relaxation session as opposed to an extreme detox or a session in which I'm gonna get really, really sweaty. I have options for that. I do have saunas that get super duper hot and I can only stay in there within 15, 20 minutes and I have to get out. The HeatPod 2 is not like that. I actually enjoy doing it. I set it up on my massage table here, or I set it up on the bed, or I even put it on the floor. I get everything in place. I lie down, get the settings the way that I want it. It gets up to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. That's very hot. And then when you have the towel insert, that kind of protects your skin from getting burned. I know some people are sensitive to that, but that's another reason to use the towel insert. Next thing you know, you're just relaxing. You can choose to meditate or simply take a nap. HeatPod by HYDRAGUN should be a fun experience, should be a relaxing experience, something that you can do several times throughout your week. So enough of explaining. I want to show you exactly how this works and all the components that are involved with the HeatPod 2. We got the leg rest here. I want to make sure that this is beneath the back of my knees so that my legs can be slightly elevated. Just makes it more comfortable. And then this is the pillow. So we can place that there where it's supposed to go. And then this is my favorite. I love this. It's 100% cotton. And this is the towel insert. And what's cool about this is that it has this sort of like waffle-like material, and apparently this helps to absorb sweat quite quickly. And as you notice here, this is sort of stitched and together halfway up the towel. This is kind of like a sleeping bag. Feels really nice, and this is easy to just throw into the washer, and you can dry it on low heat or hang dry it. Love this. So if you're considering whether to get the towel insert or not, please do that, because it makes everything easier and better. So I love how the HeatPod comes in this nice carry bag and looks good, works well. And this houses the entire HeatPod. I'll take out the remote and the connectors, and then this is the entire HeatPod. Now, the dimensions of this it's about 6'3", and I am 6 feet tall, and I fit inside this perfectly. All right, so we're just gonna open this up, and there you have it. Voila. So as you notice here at the head, it has these magnetic clasps that makes it a little bit easier to contain the heat inside, which is really cool. And then there's a zipper here, heavy duty zipper that goes all the way down, just like so. And if I fully open this up, you can see that it has the infrared panels on the bottom and on the top, and so that it's completely covered. So that's what it looks like completely open. And then we just take the connector, we connect this to the power source, and then I simply connect this to the bottom of the HeatPod and clicks. I take the towel insert, I lay that inside. This is one of those processes that, trust me, You may have to try this out a couple of times to see what works best for you, but we're gonna go ahead and put this in first. Then I think it's very important to close it back up, because one of the first times that I tried this, I tried to zip this up while I was inside. Did not work well. There you go. Close that up. Connect the two zippers here. Also, the zipper can be adjusted from the inside or the outside. I think that's smart. So I zip that up to about halfway, which is about the level of the towel insert. Before I get inside, let's set the settings. One of the things that's pretty cool about the way this remote works is it will remember the settings that I chose from the previous time, the previous session. So I had it maxed out at 185 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot. The timing, you can choose whatever you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and set this for 60 minutes. I think that's the max time on this. And the max temperature is 185. So now it's starting to heat up. I'm gonna take off my socks. Since I have a towel insert on, I don't really need to protect the HeatPod from the sweat of my feet. If you don't have the towel insert, then you might want to wear the type of clothing that can collect enough of the sweat. But if you have the towel insert, let the towel insert do its job, and then you just clean it afterwards. All right, so right now it's showing that it's at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. It's getting hot. I'm about to get inside, and wish me luck. This is where my mobility comes in handy. So we're like that. Get all the way down. Remember, there's a zipper on the inside, right? And everything is working, and it's already heating up, and I'm already starting to sweat. I've been in here for like how many minutes? What I like to do is also make sure that the magnets have clicked in on each side of my head. Oh, and in all seriousness, like I'm starting to sweat already. If I want to meditate or use this as a moment to just sort of relax and reflect and chill, like it's probably best I don't have any music, but I typically like to have some kind of guided meditation going, or a podcast, an audiobook, or sometimes just music. But you'll see in a bit of time, I'm going to be cooking. I am going to be sweaty. I love this. I really do. If you compare my size, I'm 6 feet tall. I weigh just over 200 pounds. So I'm a big boy. And then I have plenty of room down here at the bottom. And I still have room here at the top as well. So I think this is really good for the taller athletes. And it's also perfect for our shorter kings and queens out there. I think even using this as a heat blanket. So if you have a big like queen size bed, you could open this up and just lie on it, and you still get the benefit of the infrared heat. It may not detox you and make you sweaty like you would hope for, but it would be nice and relaxing when it's cold outside. This would feel really, really nice. But yeah, as I'm talking, I'm starting to feel the heat, baby. It's working. So I'm about 30 minutes into this, and I'm really starting to feel like sweat pour down my legs and down my forehead, my body. I'm sweating all over, which is really cool. But one thing I think is really important to point out is the infrared coils that are lined on the inside. I feel like they would be too hot on the body, on the naked skin, if you didn't have the towel insert. Another reason why the towel insert might be important is not only to help keep this clean, but also to protect from the direct heat onto the skin. If you do not go for the towel insert, then I would suggest to wear clothes so that you don't feel this burning sensation on your body. All right, I think it's time to get out of this. Typically, I would do this for an hour or maybe even 45 minutes. But for the sake of this video, I'm getting out at around the 30-minute mark. As you can see, I am sweaty. What? Oh, look at that. I mean, this is no joke. I could have easily cheated this by spraying myself with water, but what's the point of that? Like, we're talking about actually trying to help you into feeling better, to feel more recovered. You know, for a fraction of the price compared to some of these full box saunas, I think this is a no-brainer. I'm gonna get out of this. Who knows? Maybe I'll put some water into the super tub and do a cold plunge. But for now, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really relaxed. So unzip. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sweaty. You see that? Yeah. I'm gonna fully open it, air that out. And so this is what the towel insert looks like. It absorbed quite a bit of sweat. That might be my butt marks. Butt marks and leg marks, you know, and even using it like this if I need to. So what I'll do with this is just throw this in the wash, put it on low heat for drying, or just let it hang dry. And then with this here, I'll just take a towel, a damp towel. This is the Echo Clean that I use. It's a natural cleaner. So I might spray the towel or spray that. And then I just kind of wipe it off. And there wasn't much sweat on it to wipe off anyway, which is a huge benefit to the cleanup, the simplicity and maintenance of the cleanup. Maybe what I would do is just kind of let this dry off. We make sure to turn this off, and then there you have it. I would zip that back up, fold it, put it back in its case, and I'd be on my way. If you can't tell, I'm a big fan of the HeatPod 2. I certainly suggest anybody to try it out. Whether this is in your budget or not, I certainly think it's worth looking into. I looked on the website, and I don't know if it's still going to be accurate when this video comes out, but it looks like you get a free gift when you make a purchase of a HeatPod. If it happens to be this massage gun, then I certainly suggest getting that. What a better way than to get those muscles nice and warm, and then maybe massage them out afterwards. Oh, I got some sweat in my eyes. That's the HeatPod 2 review. I hope you enjoyed. If you got questions, hit me up. Don't forget to subscribe, and feel free to share. Enjoy.